Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get my channel up to speed. I'm going to add some videos of older projects that I've done, and then as I start new projects, I'll do some in-progress videos. But for now, I'm just going to start doing some older stuff and kind of bring the channel up to speed here. For today, I'm talking about this vine trellis that I did. What we did was a couple years ago, we put in a new vinyl fence. It's white, and at certain times of the day, especially in the morning, it gives off a really bright reflection and shines into the house. So I had to come up with something, just without having to just always close the shades, to kind of make it so it wasn't so shiny. And we thought of just adding some vines here along it and to kind of block it a little bit. So what I did is, to do that, I put in these vine trellises, and the way that I made those is I got some of these U posts. Here's one that's just out of the ground, brand new one, but I got these at Lowe's, and I sanded them. They come kind of a shiny green paint, so I sanded them, kind of painted them white, and then to put them into the ground, I had a magnetic level, and then I use this tamper, and I just kind of grab it, get on a ladder up high and just kind of start smashing it into the ground. These ones are probably about 12-18 inches into the ground. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to bend. I mean, they flex a little bit, but they're not going anywhere. And as I kind of start smashing it down, I stop for a second, adjust it, make sure everything's straight, and just kind of go from there. So I did, I think, I don't know, every 8 feet is how I did them. And then what I did to put the wire in is I got this wire, big roll of it that they use for chain link fences, in the same section where I got those posts. And I just kind of ran a hole through, there's holes in these posts. So I just kind of ran it through, then wrapped it around, kind of each one. I did 3 rows for right now. That should be plenty for these vines. And just kind of ran it all the way down. And then all I did was just kind of open one of these up with a screwdriver and just kind of lay it in there. And then, you just kind of work your way down and kind of keep it semi-tight. It doesn't have to be perfectly tight as you're doing it. That wire's pretty stiff, especially when it's coming off of the roll. I don't think it'll ever be like perfectly straight, and it really doesn't matter. Once the vines are filled in, you're never going to see it anyways. So I just wanted something for the vines to grab onto. These vines here have been in here, maybe a year at the most. I planted them kind of late in the season last year. You can see they're already starting to grab on here. I'm kind of training them to go up, and probably another year or two they'll start to take over the whole thing, and it'll be all filled in. For now, I just had an extra, it's kind of growing season for plants and veggies and stuff, so I just put a pot here for now with the tomato plants and stuff, and I'm not worried about these vines taking over anytime soon and getting in the way. But I think in the next couple of years we will have these vines all filled in. It'll look real pretty. These vines are called a Bowers vine. They get these nice blooms, and they look fairly aggressive, and it looks like they'll take over pretty soon and fill this whole spot in. But other than that, that was a pretty easy project as far as anybody's capability. Pretty much anybody could do that. One other thing I want to mention is when you're the reason I put the posts in instead of just going right to the fence posts. The fence posts, they're hollow. They're made out of plastic, so I didn't want to attach the vines or the wires directly to the fence post, because I didn't want it pulling on that and then making the fence out of alignment or not straight. And I don't think my neighbor would be too happy with that either if I damage the fence. So everything that I'm doing is on my side, and I don't have to worry about it, if anything happens to the fence there. So that's it for now. Bye.